this bit of disagreement in the section of the opposition force. There are those members within the opposition who are not agreeing with you on the walkout. Where does this leave the opposition in parliament, and where does it leave your stand ahead of the suit?
Okay, thank you. Yes, Canary.
Thank you. My question to you, Tom, is yesterday you had said you're actually going to attend Parliament and put up a spirited fight. Today you attended Parliament before even the bill was introduced. You had already, I think, planned the walkout. And then some members of opposition stayed in the House, even though they were the minority. Aren't you sending mixed signals?
Okay. Juma?
Thank you. Mine is related to theirs. Yesterday, the unanimously agreed to attend the Parliament today. And today, you single-handedly took a decision to walk out without the consultation of the opposition. Yes, this is because
allow you to raise it.
In this meeting, the reason as why it has taken so long for this press conference to be held is because you guys were still arguing. This is some kind of disrespect.
Thank you, Juma.
Thank you, Rob. I'm Ramson here from NBS. You are talking of a bill not having enough consultations, but then you're talking about a group trying to formulate a minority report. Isn't a minority report supposed to be involved from the presentations and views presented? Now that there was no enough consultations, what report were you working on?
Members, let's be silent.
Let me repeat. Not say that the minority report was so good. So why didn't you wait for the minority report to be presented first, then you come out and go to the process?
We'll hear you.
My question is, do you think that at one point maybe Ugandans might be disappointed because there are some clauses? Yes, you may not fight the whole bill, but maybe you fight some clauses in those bills and we'll see Ugandans like the section where they were talking about which is very harsh.
One final one, Bali.
Look, Ugandans have appreciated by the time they were following as you walked out. But some are still thinking, the voters down there, that you have hurriedly walked out because their belief was at least you first bat around and say something, though you don't have the quorum, though you don't have the numbers, but you hurriedly walked out and they are surprised to hear that you're heading to court.
I'm going to say that maybe you got scared of the beatings and the fact that we saw a number of SFCs and men in the uniform holding guns. Were you scared of the beatings like you have never been in a case before, or there's something else? And number two, you indicated that you're going to court. Are you protesting that two bills or it's only one? Just encourage on that.
Any question in Uganda? Let's first go with those. No, let's first go with those. Let's not respond.
Let's finish. Let's wrap up at once.
Honorable viewers who are talking no to Gamba.
Let's not respond first.
Thank you. First of all, those who are saying, why has there been a change of mind? There's been no change of mind.
We told you yesterday that we shall be in the house today at 10 a.m. And we were in the house. Some things we might not tell you everything. Yeah, it's also not very wise to give a blueprint of literally everything. Yeah, what's important is we did inform you that we shall be in the house today at 10 a.m. because that's our house. They can deploy, you've seen drones all over, they can do whatever and all of that, but it is our house. So we said we shall be here at 10 a.m. And whatever happened after that has happened, but we were in the house at 10 a.m. and that was very important. We had the option of not showing up today. Yeah, as some people were saying, but we said, no, this is our house, it is our space. We shall be in the house at 10 a.m. And we were. Do we have trust in the courts of law? Look, there are still judges who are very concerned about this country. And you've seen some progressive decisions. And that's why you see me, Psalm 70, many times is always castigating some of these judges, saying some of you bad judges should stop releasing people on bail and so on and so forth. Yeah, because there are some judges who are saying, but the law is the law. Why do you hold somebody for donkey's years without releasing them on bail? It is wrong. So they are there, and we believe we shall be able to appeal to that school of thought. Besides, it is the same Supreme Court that issued this ruling. So we are saying this was your ruling. Fight to see to it that it is upheld. Somebody asked disagreement from some members. Yeah, that can happen. And that's why we normally agree to meet. Yesterday we were here, and the number you see today is a lot more than that which was here yesterday. So if for one reason or another some members were not here yesterday and they are unhappy and so on, I am a leader, and you know, these are leaders, these are mature adults and leaders in their own right too. You're not going to get a stick, look for people, where are you? Come here for this meeting, and so on and so forth. No, that cannot happen. And we respect one another. So when we call for a meeting, some will show up, some might not show up. Maybe you'll hear them quarreling. Why did you decide the way you decided, even when they were not present? There's nothing I can do for them, because this is not a school. I'm going to get a chiboko and I begin to whip fellow leaders, because even the chief opposition whip, he whips within the rules. He will invite members, you know, reach out to them, please come and attend plenary, attend committees, attend meetings and so on. But he's not going to arrest any member. Yeah. So we keep moving nonetheless. Because you see, in the run up to all of this, you've been seeing all that's been happening. Some people you will not whip. You know, some people you will not whip. We told you about the 100 million change, for example. And we said NRM people got it. But even some opposition, not all, but some. How am I going to whip those people who were paid to frustrate this process and to make sure the bill passes as is? But you do what you have got to do. Because ultimately, we are accountable to the people of Uganda. Yes, Canary has asked to say we were going to be in the house. Yes, we were in the house. By 10 a.m. You saw that our side had more members than the NRM side. Because that's what we promised, that we shall be in the house. And we were in the house until we took a decision. Now let's step out. Juma says, I single-handedly took this decision. How would you know that? Do you know who I consulted with and all of that? You've not searched our meetings and all of that. We meet as leaders to discuss paid scenarios, and some things we'll say we'll follow up, let's keep in touch with each other and so on and so forth, and then you move. What's important is that we get to meet and share ideas, and consultation keeps happening. And even as we agreed that as events unfold, we keep monitoring and pushing through. Maybe if the speaker had hearkened to our plea that let's allow for proper consultation to happen, perhaps we would still be in the house right now. Because that's what we're saying. Don't hurry this. There's no need to hurry it. Listen to all the different views. There's no reason for us to hurry to second and third reading and so on. It's still within our control. There is nothing burning that we must hurry. There is no legal deadline that we are trying to beat. It's not like the appropriation bill, which must have been passed by a particular date. And even with the appropriation bill, you have an entire financial year to get ready. So you cannot hurry members in the last week. You had an entire year to prepare. But this particular one does not even have a deadline by which we must have passed it. And that's what we're saying. So perhaps if the speaker had listened to that appeal, we would still be in the house. But here we are. Ramson, minority meant to be from the major. By the way, the minority actually included the issues of no consultation and all of that. So some issues were really expected. Also the breakage of Article 92 of the Constitution, which we have been talking about all this while. All those were captured. So yes, I stick to what I said, that our minority report was a very good report. And we'll share Uganda. Minority report was a good one. Why not wait to table it? You see, you also don't want to, I mean, you can't keep walking into a ditch and you keep walking. You see that this is a ditch. You told the speaker this is wrong. Let's rectify. There is still time to rectify. She said no, so why do we keep moving and falling into a ditch? Why? Well, maybe you should have fought some clauses. Did you see space for that to happen? Because we are talking about no consultation having happened. Maybe the different stakeholders were not going to oppose the entire bill. Maybe. But that space was not accorded to them. So now at this point you cannot even say, maybe you should have said to fight this clause or the other or whatever. No one wanted to listen to that reason, and that's why they locked out everybody. Bale, yeah, some are unhappy, some are happy. That's leadership. You've got to take a decision, and all of us take decisions at our different levels. You know, when you wake up as a journalist, you go to work, you take some decisions. Some people will be happy with it, but you've got to take a decision and stand by it. After years considering many options, painting different scenarios, consultations here and there, and then you take a decision. By the way, whatever decision you take as a leader will impress some and it will annoy some. But once you are sure as a leader that this is the right decision, you have bounced it off a few people here and there, you move. Because indecision is worse than even a bad decision. When you remain undecided, it's problematic. So you take a decision. Some will be happy, some will be unhappy, but that's leadership. Nobody, did you get scared of the beatings and that's why you moved out of parliament? But you see, even here where we are, if they want to come and beat us from here, they can come. By the way, the most protected part of this building is the chambers. That's the most sacrosanct part of this building, which you don't expect anyone to just walk in anyhow. But they have raided it severally, you know. So even here where we are sitting, they can still come. People have been abducted from their homes and eventually taken to the military courts and so on, waylaid and so on and so forth. So you can't say that let me go away from here and go here, that I'm safe here. No. These lawbreakers, they don't care about the law. They can find you wherever. Are we going to court over both bills? Like I've said, both bills are problematic. There was no consultation for both bills. Really, there wasn't. Of course, one is more contentious than the other because one bill is about life. People, the Machetes, the Kalanzis and so on, they have been in jail for coming to 5 years now. They don't know their fate. So it's a matter of life and death. Some people have been sentenced to death by the military courts. Others, you know, you have seen some 70s son, Mohozi, saying, I'm going to arrest this one, I will lock you up, take you to the basement, beat you up, and so on. So this will be handing him now the law to use to do whatever he has been doing outside the law. Yeah, so But both bills are problematic, and yes, we are engaging with different legal minds, and then we pursue the court direction. I think those were the questions. Briefly, in Uganda.
The struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in the new Uganda. In my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Seven must go, seven must go, seven must go someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe.